Welcome to Gene's Reviews, where I basically do whatever the hell I want. Scary videos in my car. Watch if you dare.
This night, Devil's Hour Production went to one of the most haunted locations in Tennessee, the old South Pittsburgh Hospital. They spent about 10 hours in there that night.
There's another channel I gotta check
one
out.
of their members might have captured something really strange at the end of the hallway.
It was mostly quiet, however, the footage showed we may have captured something. 2 hours into the investigation, while on the 3rd floor, I looked down one of the hallways with the POV rig I designed. It looked like a figure standing right next to the door, but it disappeared quickly. With the footage slowed down, you could see it more clearly.
I'm not sure I saw it. I see something, but...
In their opinion, it might have been a shadow figure that was watching them that night. Could this be so?
Okay, I saw it that time a little bit.
Due to camera exposure. You can see it start out dark as the camera points down the hallway. The distance change causes the camera to adjust to the exposure. This shadow, however, seems humanoid in shape and height, like a person, then suddenly disappears. I also know this isn't my shadow because you can see my shadow was casting onto the floor here.
Yeah.
Was it an actual spirit or something explainable? What's your opinion?
I think it could be. Like I've said before, I'd have to be there and go by how I'm feeling. Because I think you feel it.
The next
if it's
videos
something
were
creepy.
shared by Hong An, and it is believed that the young girl is working in a local hospital. She states that this place is extremely haunted, and that many reports talk about eerie events unfolding, and even ghost sightings that occur ever so often. This particular night, the security guard noticed that in several areas of the hospital, there seemed to be some really scary stuff going on. Powerful poltergeist activity seemed to be throwing several items around. And even the elevator was going crazy. But what took the cake that night was a wheelchair being moved by what many staff think to be an actual spirit.
Okay, I can't see any line or anything, but if you guys see any, let me know. And to make it turn like that would be kind of difficult, I would think.
Are we seeing a real haunting here that is unfolding in the old hospital? Hard to say, but pretty creepy.
That is creepy. I don't know.
This is a CCTV recording. And Sven has sent this clip in. It apparently has been recorded in a building complex, which was not known for anything strange taking place, really. But the security guard noticed that something else was going on that night. Take a look at the lady in the top left corner.
Yeah, that seemed weird. She goes disappears right into the wall.
It appears that she's walking straight through the wall. But how?
I think that's CGI, but it's pretty cool.
Sherry Balls has posted the following to the paranormal section of Reddit. I think we captured the voice of a ghost. I got goosebumps when I found it. I was equally annoyed because I felt they were mimicking my child. I get definite trickster vibes, to be honest.
Oh my god, he's got tears. Sad boy.
I'm gonna get her to, him to talk to her too.
Oh. Oh my god, he's got tears. Sad boy.
Heard the la 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 la.
Sad boy. Sad boy.
Apparently, no other child was around at the time of this recording, and it couldn't have been the TV either. Another user writes, "Clearly, it wasn't the dog. The baby's lips aren't moving.
No.
It doesn't sound like your husband, and it doesn't sound like TV audio." Cherry Balls answers, "We've had a handful of events that happened here though. We see shadows and shadow figures. I've seen someone peeking at me around the corners at knee height." So, do you think that they captured an actual ghost voice here?
Sad boy.
I think they could
Sad
have,
boy.
but I also think it could have been
Sad boy.
added in afterwards.
Here, we want to follow TikTok user RV Godoy on one of his newest paranormal adventures. If you have watched my TikTok videos before, you know that he is haunted by paranormal activity in his own home. As shown in this example, a poltergeist seemed to be up for some mischief in his garage. Today the activity seems to reach a peak and RV gets a really good run for his money. The bathroom seems to inherit some odd sounds that grab RV's attention. I feel this is where a lot of the old activity took place as well.
You're gonna have a faucet turn on.
Checks underneath the sink and nothing.
A hand.
Viewers believe that it could actually be a demon. Notice how there is no connection between the hand and the arm. Definitely mind-boggling.
Maybe it's a witch. Because it looks like bony. Really bony hand.
The next videos have been recorded by user WinMCPix and shared on his profile. The father tells us that he and his family are apparently being haunted in their new house. The man started a video diary to capture the most intriguing events, which even started to startle his little kid.
I've been sticking a couple of things in this box in the basement. Now, when my wife said that she whistled today and she heard something in the basement, so... dude. I'm
Go
not
look in the
really
box.
sure if I should...
See what's in there.
Ooh.
Take the camera
I'm
over
stacking
there.
up these boxes for the kids to sit and play with. Oh,
Is it real?
yeah.
Can you get it now?
Stay there. Come on, buddy. Yeah, you can go. Alright. It's okay.
One of the creepiest encounters, however, took place the following night, when an entity seemed to have made its way into the walk-in closet in the bedroom.
Let's all have a mess with this thing. Holy... No! Wait. Did you see that?
Yes.
Did you see that? It's okay. Okay, you'll see I'm cutting, so I'm gonna go nice and slow here. Behind there. There's no way somebody slipped out right there. My back's against the wall. There's nothing in the closet. No feet, no nothing. Holy. Nope.
I think this one might be real. Why would the kid be crying like that?
Not tonight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's creepy.
The question is, what or who is troubling these people in their home? Is it a malevolent spirit, or is this case just a classic setup?
I don't think it's a setup, simply because who would do that to their child to make them cry like that? I wouldn't.
The next video is another home surveillance one that got captured one night, and that terrified the owner of this apartment so much that he shared it with his friend. A lot of creepy stuff seems to get captured by these devices that are mostly placed to offer us some form of comfort should anything get captured on there. User Grand Slammer 89 got this footage from a good friend, and he shared it to possibly find answers on Reddit. His message simply reads, "My buddy got an alert on his home security camera, Mansfield, Massachusetts. So what could he capture this night? Let's take a look." We can clearly see a figure walking towards the left, a cloaked figure to be exact. It's hard to say
I
if the
can't
footage
see
is
it.
actually tampered with, since there
Okay,
seems
there I
to be
saw
an
it.
odd frame right before the apparition can be seen. Maybe it's just where the video loops
Oh,
though.
yeah.
What do you think?
That's kind of sus.
Could it be a former resident, perhaps? Or a family member that passed? Or is it something much less mysterious, and just a hoax, perhaps? Guess
It's-
we will never know for
It's
sure.
weird how the video changed. So I don't necessarily know if I believe that one or not.
In the following video, we are taking a look at one of Kent's latest investigations. He was alone in his house for several days in a row and thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to see if he could get some answers from the spirit world and maybe even capture something.
Who's in here? Anybody in the bathroom? Now, when I was doing the captions on these EVPs, I noticed something really strange by the steps. It looked like what some people call matrixing. It's when the camera picks up something that it looks like something's there, but it's not. Well, I went to brighten it up and just to check it out, just out of curiosity, and it wasn't any type of matrixing.
I don't know. He's been accused a lot lately of hoaxing, so I don't know.
Kent captured the creepy entity that has been seen many times in his bedroom over the past few years. It is lurking from behind the corner, almost as if it is checking out the camera or to see if somebody else is in there. It also would appear that this thing didn't want to get recorded.
I do see something, but I don't know if it's real or not.
And look at that face. It certainly does not look human at all. It looks evil.
I can't make it out.
Kent has no doubt that he's dealing with something demonic here, and he told me that ever since he has trouble to walk around the corner towards the steps at night. He's always expecting this thing to be there and to scare him. How terrifying.
Well, he's been living there for a few years because I first noticed him like 3 or 4 years ago.
As always, guys,
So he's
please check out
obviously
his
not
channel.
too scared because he's staying there.
The next case was shared by user Anonymous1. She's experiencing a really strong haunting in her home and seeking for advice. She states, "Something spooky is going on in our basement apartment. Lots of previous activity, but only recently caught on camera. We've had the house blessed, and I want to hear your thoughts. Since moving to the house, the following has happened. My mother has been awakened.
A lot more new videos
Something
on
was
this
screaming
one. I
her
like
name,
it.
touching her face and slapping her so hard that she almost fell out of bed. She has been having very
I like
frequent
this channel,
nightmares.
King
I've had above
Frostmare's
normal
good.
episodes of sleep paralysis to the point that I've been prescribed sleep medication and referred to a sleep study. I've had nightmares and been prescribed medication for night terrors. 2 guests have seen shadow people while awake on different occasions, and then set up cameras to see what was going on. We've had the house blessed by a priest, but the activity hasn't stopped. Let's take a look." The first clips show the orb activity, which is pretty unusual.
Yeah.
Some of the orb
The shadow.
activity can only be described as really crazy. In the bedroom in particular, there are several of them appearing and dancing around in front of the camera lens, which off nights triggers the motion sensor and then starts spinning around in the room. Of course, we can't be certain that it isn't insects, but the viewers are pretty sure
I still
that this is indeed legit.
think that
paranormal
could
activity.
absolutely be a laser pointer. I really do.
Anonymous suspects that the orb could be hiding.
Okay, that
behind
was
this
weird
recording.
though.
Could that
That
be
had a
true?
tail. Yeah, that left a tail behind it. So that's weird.
But the most terrifying event was yet to come. Anonymous could capture how something came out of the wall.
Okay, that's creepy there.
What
That's
a creepy looking thing. And it feels really legit, doesn't it?
that does.
People have pointed out that this beam appears to be coming out of the television. Could it be using the energy of this device to manifest, perhaps? Seeing it manifest as a black cloud, though, could mean that they are dealing with something evil.
Yeah,
If the video
extremely.
was tampered with digitally, what else could be the cause for the dark smoke, guys? Please let me know.
That gives me chills
There are
big
several
time.
follow-up videos that show some really strange activity in the bedroom. The orb seemed to visit on a regular basis. If you want, check out the videos on her channel. It's really terrifying and
Wow.
exciting.
I need to check that out. Anonymous 1.
This recording was sent in by Lewis, and he tells me that he found it in the paranormal subreddit. Apparently it was captured by a property owner who was waiting to catch the reason for some of the disturbances his family had to face in the past couple of nights. The motion sensor turned on several times and activated their security cameras outside of their property, and it's only supposed to do that should it recognize either a human or animal. But each time the camera got triggered, nothing ever showed up on the saved recordings. However, the following night was different, and when the man checked the recordings in the morning, he found something really strange looking.
Yeah.
It
A
appears
woman.
that a woman is walking into the screen from the right side, but how?
And then it just vanishes.
She must have been on the property already, since the entrance gate's to the left. Another oddity about this clip is that the woman just stops in her tracks and then disappears into thin air. Was it an artifact that was possibly caused by the rain? But that wouldn't
I
trigger
don't
the
think so.
emotion alert. Maybe
don't
the
think so.
spirit of a lady who was visiting their property.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Now we want to take a look at a pretty creepy recording that was shared by a paranormal team. User Dr. Muerte has posted it in the paranormal section of Reddit and was hoping for some answers. The team was investigating a graveyard in the midst of night, and they did not come across anything unusual in the beginning. They started their night per usual, K2 meters and several EVP sessions. It was at a random point of the night, however, when they were filming towards a crypt on the upper level, and there were many gravestones that were surrounding the team. Once they pan the camera downwards again, something really strange appears.
Pero bueno, ya ves, mira qué lunazo.
Ya te digo. Muy tenemos ahí a Cristi.
Yeah, I saw it.
Pero bueno,
Something walking there on the left.
Ya te digo. Muy tenemos ahí a Cristi.
Pero bueno, ya ves, mira qué lunazo.
Ya te digo.
And it looks like a woman again in a dress.
A small figure is walking by in what appears to be a white dress. Commentators speculate that this might even resemble a wedding dress. The statue of this apparition seems to be really small.
Maybe it's Ya Llorona or La Llorona, however you say it.
And it does look like a female that is walking by here. It's unlikely for it to be a bug or anything. But
No.
what other explanation could this sighting have, in your opinion? It's certainly a remarkable recording if it hasn't been tampered with. Maybe it was a spirit wandering around the graveyard in the middle of the night.
I think it probably was. That was pretty cool. That was a good video. Finally a good one. And I hadn't seen any of them. So that's really good too. The one with the black smoke, the black shadow going across. Let me know what you thought of that. That was creepy. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of that video. Now, how about a joke? It's time for a joke to brighten your day. Saying I'm sorry is the same as saying I apologize. Unless you're at a funeral.